Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're playing with our pussy. This is Silly Billy. He's a big killer, scared of his own shadow. Anyway, I wanted to do a little video just to show you guys what I've been up to, and today I was out working on my motor. I've gotten a motor for a well, you know what, why don't I just update you guys. Somebody gave me a Gravely 260Z zero turn with a 27 horsepower Kohler motor on it, and this is what it looks like. And he said that it ran, but it smoked to beat the band. That was an understatement. Smoking. That wasn't smoking. That thing was just puff, 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 puffing. It was puffing her out there. It looked like a freight train had done went and turned on. So anyway, I decided, I got it running and decided that I was going to take it apart, clean it up, because I kind of figured it had mouse nests in it, or chipmunk nest, or whatever. Around here it's chipmunk nest. So you always find these big old nuts in there. Of course, it could be a big rat. But anyway, I took the motor off, and I decided to go ahead and take the heads off of it and see how the pistons look. I kind of figured it was rings, and because it ran. Run poorly, but it ran. But it filled my yard up with smoke in a matter of seconds. I mean, it was just, and it was lingering smoke. It just stayed there forever. Took 2 hours for it to go out of my shop. So I pulled the first head off, everything was fine. Then I go to pull the other head off of it. Oil starts pouring out of the head. That ain't right. So I thought, well, maybe it's got a blowed head gasket and the rings are bad. Guess what? There wasn't no piston, no connecting rod, nothing on that side. It was there at one time, but it wasn't there. Now it's down inside the motor. When you flip the motor, you hear clunker, parts just clunking all over the place in it. It's plumb full of aluminum pieces. So it's a 27 horse. So I'm trying to make a cheap motor work. So what I've done is I've taken an 18 horsepower Briggs & Stratton V-twin 1-inch shaft motor, and I'm going to try to put it into place of it. Yes, before all you haters say anything, I know I'm underpowering it, but I ain't got a whole lot of choices. So, you know, motors just ain't flopping out, you know, falling out of the sky for me, you know, and saying, hey, Bobby, come and use me. I'm even a couple extra horsepower bigger. That don't happen. So this was the only motor I could find. So it only had a 1-inch shaft on it. So I needed 1 1/8 inch. So I made a spacer for it. And you can buy them on eBay anywhere. They're $10.99 a piece, and it comes with the keyway and it comes with the sleeve. But me and a friend of mine came together today. We were both bored and come together today, and he made the shim or the spacer, and I made the keyway, and then we worked together on finishing it out, the ID and the OD, and then I cut a 1/4 inch slot in it, and this is what it looked like. So we're going to try the 18 horse. Now, you have to think about this, all right? When they build stuff, they overpower everything so that they don't get sued. This is a Gravely industry. Gravely's a big name, so you have to think about that. Are they going to jeopardize their name by putting inferior stuff out? Maybe, maybe not. But I would venture to say that since they're a well-known company, they're going to put more into it, just like an air compressor tank. They are tested at way over what you're ever going to put in it. This protects them and you. So, you know, they might be a little overpowered. I have seen one that had a 25 horsepower, but I haven't seen one with anything lower. But, you know, if somebody's got a yard where it's just level, you know, it might work just fine. I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. It's got a 60-inch deck on it, so it's got its work cut out for it. The pumps really don't need that much power. I don't believe that the hydraulic pumps, or the hydraulic pump and the wheel, which is basically a pump itself on each side, and you have a lever that moves the fluid going to each one of them. So it doesn't need that much power for that. Mainly it's going to need all the power it can get for the deck. So we're hoping that we're going to have enough power to do this. And I may be underloading it. That's fine. It's worth my time to try it and see if it'll work. And I actually have the person that gave it to me who can actually test drive it for me and tell me if it feels the same. So I'm going to try to make this 18 horsepower Briggs & Stratton work on it. If it doesn't, that's fine. My lawnmower needs to be re-upgraded. Because remember, I took this 17.5 off. You better quit biting me, little punk. Took the 17.5 off of my lawnmower and put a 12.5 on it. So I dropped 5 horsepower. So if I put this, if this 18 don't work on that, the 0 turn, then I can put it on the lawnmower and bring it back up to power. So there's a lot going on up here, guys. Be careful getting in my head because you might get hurt. You'll get hit by all kinds of thoughts. But anyway, I also wanted to show this off, if I don't quit getting bit here by little munchkin here. I also found the time to do this. This is a piece of wormy chestnut, and I took it out there to the mill and milled lines across it, and I had to do it in 3 different sections because I don't have that much travel on my mill, and then I had to flip it and do the same thing. So it's 6 different sessions. This part, this part, this part, this part, this part, this part. Simply because I didn't have much travel on my mill. So I milled all that out and just come up to the edge of the line that I had drew there, and then I wouldn't go no further, and then I'd come back and do the next line up and come back until I get to the edge of the line, and just kept doing that. Well, eventually I ended up, and these are some of the pictures that I took while I was milling it. Alright, well then, after I got all that milled out, I took a grinder on my air grinder, and I just grinded it all smooth again because the board was kind of flexible when it was going in the mill, so it the height on the blade was different in some places, so it left little grooves, high and low spots. So I just took the die grinder and ground all that wood down nice and smooth, and it's got a couple little, waves in it. Actually, I can't hardly see them, but it kind of tapers right here and tapers here and tapers here and here. So it kind of makes it look like it's this way. So then I took the chipping hammer for my grinder, and I started just beating the hell out of it, and ended up with, I don't know if that's going to show up. I'll give you all different angles. But I 3D printed. Now this here's wood. I just milled around it. And I milled all that out, and then I took a router and just finished off the edges of it, just to get it to where it didn't have the where the mill was round and stopped and went up to the next level, so it had like little points in the inside here. So I just took the router and routed all that and points off, and routed around this. Messed up his tail. Still looks okay, but I'm missing the one tip here on the bull's tail, and I couldn't find it. I 3D printed the letters, and then I used silicone, clear silicone, to put it on there, and then I painted the camouflage on it. Now, I'm not real sure I like that camouflage. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. It's not like the real tree, but like my logo is, it's real tree. This is not. So it's different, and I couldn't decide whether it should have been the Bison Workshop or just plain Bison Workshop. But since this is what my videos, or what my channel started as, the Bison Workshop, because that's what the logo showed, just like that, and I've had that logo since the beginning. So I wanted to keep it original. So now my keychains and my lighter cases, actually all the writing is starting to wear off of them, well, have wore off of them. They just say Bison Workshop. Bison Workshop. But that was an error, actually, because I didn't even remember what I wrote. But Anyway, then I decided before it gets too damn long to share a video of my cat. My cat went and when I was cleaning up the motor for that zero turn, my cat was after a deer. And I thought I'd share that video in my comments. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned if you want to watch the video. And you guys have a good one. Later. Brave deer or brave cat, one of the two. Look at that deer chasing my cat around. I thought she was braver than that. And that's a fresh deer. Hair's all furry. Does he want to play? Well, that's close, but about 4 feet from each other. And the deer keeps getting closer. Deer ain't paying no attention to me. Precious knows to get behind the gate, I guess. What's wrong with your feet? What the hell's wrong with you? Fleas eating you up? Huh? You're a strange deer. Come in here with me standing here talking. Kitty here wanting to check out the motor and make sure I got it clean enough, which it ain't. But that's pretty, I thought that was pretty interesting.